Hello, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to be losing 2 of the helmet head vehicle fleet. Cue the intro. Well, here we go. This is that kind of awkward video conversation that I never want to have, because I generally want to keep the entire whole of the helmet head motorcycles and camper fleet together and just continue to grow. But unfortunately, like everything in life, I can't afford to do it all. So I've got to make a few decisions. Now, there's 2 of the vehicles in this fleet of bikes that we've got and camper vans, what has to go. And I've had to make a decision quite hardly on one of them, but the one doesn't really give me a choice. Now, what doesn't give me a choice is this. This is the Honda Monkey Cycle camper van. That's what we called it. We bought this to be able to go on short adventures or long adventures. So we sort of geared it up so we can put the monkey cycle in the back and we can travel off and do some awesome stuff. Now, for 2021, this is part of my big plan still. I want to take it to some serious cool places. And the one thing about this means that I've got accommodation, everything's here, everything's set. I can put the bike in the back, I can get to the really cool place I actually want to ride, instead of doing the boring sort of main roads on a 125, and then be able to sort of have real fun doing challenges and fun stuff on the monkey cycle. But something happened with this. So if anybody's seen it in previous videos, then you'll know what I'm about to say, but if you haven't, here's a quick recap. So I was taking my daughter away in this last year in summer, and it was the second time I'd ever used it. We'd already done a monkey cycle trip that was absolutely awesome. We basically cut cheddar off of a gorge, jumped over a human and catched a baby Wookie. But anyway, back to what happened. So I was driving this, it was summer, and it had overheated, the head gasket had gone, and I'm having to be towed home. So at that point, we decided to strip the engine out. I sent off the top of the head to be completely redone, top to bottom. That cost quite a lot, I mean, about 250, 260 quid, maybe even 280. It was a lot of money for the top of the head to be done professionally. We took the bottom end, I gave to the sidekick to take to his workshop and strip it down and work his magic. I've ordered clutch kits, water pump, loads of stuff, gaskets, loads and loads and loads of stuff. So when it all goes back in together, it's going to be absolutely awesome. This will run for years. It's got one more MOT it has to go, then it's MOT and tax exempt. It's a proper classic. It's a Mark 1 Renault Traffic, and it's only got a 1.4 engine. So it was all good. We'd even ordered engine paint. The sidekick had stripped it down. He'd started painting it all up, and it was going to be black and yellow. And then just before he put everything, after he cleaned out all the insides and worked load manually, I'm going to pull out the pistons. Let's put in some new piston rings while we're here. Let's just do everything. So I ordered piston rings and ordered loads of stuff. Anyway, he pulled out the pistons. The piston rod was bent. Actually bent. It's knackered. It's scorched all the inside of the barrels. It is rubbish. Now the thing is, I've looked to try to buy another engine. Now, I looked on Fleabay, I've looked all over the place to try and get hold of a 1.4 engine. And you can't. They literally are as rare as getting 2 sets of great tits together. It's like, you know, it's like you can only really ever get the great tit and the blue tit. You never get 2 sets of great tits. So there's hard to go bird watching as that to find these things. And that's kind of the problem. I can't get an engine. You can buy a complete camper, either massively expensive or one that's pretty trash, to hope the engine's okay to get out of it and put it in. But to be all honest, I don't want to buy another old camper to take the engine out, or, you know, struggle to try and strip that and get rid of that for parts, and it's going to cost a lot of money. I've already put in potentially another £1,000 into this vehicle, buying things, trying to get it sorted, trying to get everything to work. So I've kind of got to that point now where I've made the decision, unless we suddenly pop up a 1.4 engine out of nowhere, I've made that decision. I'm just going to shove it all in the back, all the new parts I've bought, put it on Fleabay, and let the monkey cycle camper van go. It's absolutely gutting. I am not going to lie in any way. I am gutted that it's going to have to go. But then we need a replacement. I can't give up on the adventures on the monkey cycle. The monkey cycle is just awesome, and it just needs more and more and more adventures. And this gives me a way of not being freezing cold on a campsite like that all night long, and everything is in here, and it makes it doable for price. So I've somehow got to find the money. What I am going to work really hard to do to replace this as quickly as possible. There's other big plans going on the channel anyway, as we all know. And if I have to camp in the meantime, I have to camp in the meantime. Anyway, back on to the next thing. Now, the fleet. The 3 bikes. We've got the Vision, the Honda Vision, the bike that was bought for the charity trip, the bike that raised all of that money for PTSD UK, that went to the end of the world, that rode across a desert of beach and made it there. It was fantastic. People came from around the UK to be able to help us, travel with us and make all that happen, and that has to stay. That is part of the channel, the same as the monkey bike is part of the channel. It is, the monkey cycle is just awesome and cool. And of course, I've got the Triumph Bonneville, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to sell it. Now, I put it up for sale last year, a similar time, and said 2020 we're going to do something absolutely cool and amazing. And I put it up for sale, and I rode it and went, I can't sell this bike. It's just so cool. It just puts a smile on my face. Now, I've not ridden it huge amounts in the last year, and I've paid out a little bit of money getting things like fork seals and new tyres done the year before. But I feel that the channel itself, it needs a new bike in there. It needs something to mix it up a bit. So the only bike to sell is the Bonneville. Now, again, I don't particularly want to sell it. It is going on eBay. There will be a link in the description if you are interested in buying it or just want to follow the sale. So we're going to put that bike up for sale, and I've got some really fond memories of that bike. Before I even did YouTube, I did a massive run to France, and I sort of did to do with all the Second World War run where they'd all landed on the beaches, the Normandy run, and it was really, really cool, and I was, you know, really excited to be able to do all that on there. And I've done a lot with the channel with it as well. We've done reviews, rides, all sorts, and as well. So it's going to be a real shame to see the girl go, because she is an absolutely awesome bike, and I'd buy another one. And to be honest, there is a bike I really, really want to buy that is basically a Bonneville anyway, but I don't think I'll be getting that one next. A newer version basically of what I've got, and bigger, and everybody knows it's a Speedmaster, but I don't think I'll be getting that next. I don't know. All I know is that the channel needs a new bike. It needs something a little bit nuts, something a bit crazy, something we can do some different style of adventures and riding on, just to add to the mix. So if you're interested, the Bonneville is going to be put up on eBay. Like I said, the link will be in the description. Go and check it out, and then we'll see what we get, because who knows, the Helmet Head channel has to keep going off in different directions and doing different things to be relevant and to keep the interest going. So I always wanted a Bonneville from when I was a little kid as well, so it's quite sad to sell it. But anyway, it's gone up for sale, and we're going to get something new. So let's see what happens in the future on this channel. All I want to turn around and say is a massive thank you to everybody who supports this channel. If you've been watching it recently, go back, check out those older videos. Literally everything tells a story up to today's date, and you'll see and understand why I like that bike as much as I do. But anyway, it's time for something different. So I just want to say thank you to all the people that subscribe to this channel. As always, all the people that are new, hello, check out the old videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. And the exciting future of 2021. There is still the big plans to go abroad. As soon as the countries reopen, we're going abroad. There is a trip I'm announcing with the Sidekick very soon that is going to potentially be the biggest, craziest, nuttiest trip this channel has ever done. And it is huge, so that's going to be pretty cool. As plus, there's going to potentially be another trip we might announce, what is a real potential for meetups, etc. But I can't announce any of this stuff until everything opens, because while this video is being made, nothing's open at the minute because of what's going on in the world. But I'm sure as soon as it does, we can get them booked. The little fun, cheeky videos will keep everybody hopefully entertained in the meantime until our big adventures can start. If you're interested in getting your name in the credits and being part of the patron team, from literally £1 a month, you can help the channel out and you can subscribe to Patreon. You can leave any time that you want to. It starts at £1 and goes up to different amounts, or you can help out as much or as little as you want. There is tiers on there that even give you things like free mugs and t-shirts. What this means is that you sign up, you get to see the videos first, you can do direct messaging with me in chat, and you can become sort of part of the support bubble that helps create all the videos on this channel by helping fund all the crazy adventures. There is a lot going on the channel, and there is a lot of funding needed to continue to make everything happen. So every patron, I really hugely appreciate. All the people out there that do things like the super chats and stuff like that, every penny really does help fund this channel, because the plans are big, the plans are coming, and I just want to be able to fund all of this stuff that we do. So thanks guys, and those guys names are in the credits that are patrons. It's worth doing, go and check it out. There is links in the description, as well as if you're interested in being really cool and looking super cool like myself, there is the Helmet Head merchandise shop, and you can buy everything from water bottles to the Helmet Head mug, guaranteed, not proven in any way to taste a zillion times better than any other drink poured into any other mug. It's proven, not guaranteed in any way, but that mug is available on there as well, and of course the cool t-shirts, etc, etc. Go and check that out if you're interested. And then of course, all I'll try and say on the positive side of things is that there is going to be a new motorcycle coming to the Helmet Head channel, and that's exciting, and hopefully a new camper in the future as well. So this hopefully going to be a massive 2021 for excitement for the channel. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be rocking. And of course there is only one last thing to say, and it is the gospel of all things to do with life, the most important. Eat pies, ride motorcycles, be happy. I'll see you for part 2 of the 1 pint cup Monk Juices challenge coming up next on the channel. Take care for now. Bye bye.
Don't wanna be in love if it's not with you. Don't wanna cry that extra tear. Don't want to make mountains move. Let summer go, tell my skin to forget every little thing about you.